Let's get the latest for what we know at this hour from Chief Congressional Correspondent Mike Emanuel on Capitol Hill. Good evening, Mike.
Brett, good evening. The Wall Street Journal first to report that, a Fox News source confirming that McConnell telling his Republican senators he does not have the votes to block witnesses. Now, it's not entirely clear what that means. Some have suggested if there's one witness, there may be many witnesses on the day that the president's legal team wrapped up its opening statements in his defense.
It is time for this to end, here and now.
President Trump's lawyers wrapping their opening arguments, warning against weaponizing impeachment for political gain.
What they are asking you to do is to throw out a successful president on the eve of an election with no basis and in violation of the Constitution.
It is not a game of leaks and unsourced manuscripts. That's politics, unfortunately.
The defense addressed the political firestorm over former National Security Advisor John Bolton's leaked manuscript, labeling it inadmissible evidence.
Are you going to allow proceedings on impeachment to go from a New York Times report about someone that says what they hear is in a manuscript? Is that where we are? I don't think so.
Now it appears at least 3 Republican senators would like to have Bolton testify. Collins of Maine, Murkowski of Alaska, and Romney of Utah, needing at least one more.
I'd like to hear from John Bolton, and I think the idea that's been expressed in the media about having each side be able to choose a witness or maybe more than one witness on a paired basis, it has some merit.
But the Senate Democratic whip poured cold water all over that idea.
We're not trading baseball cards. We're not kids sitting around here picking our favorites and putting them in the middle of the circle.
With senators being asked daily to react to the drip, drip, drip of leaks from Bolton's book, Oklahoma Senator James Lankford proposed the Senate obtain the manuscript and allow senators to review it in a secure facility. Senator Lindsey Graham quickly endorsed that idea.
Apparently it's in a classified setting now. I'm just suggesting if it's in a classified setting now, let's look at it in that setting.
But Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer blasted it.
What an absurd proposal. To what extent are some of our Republican colleagues going to twist themselves an entire pretzel to avoid the truth?
There is a sense a number of Republican senators want to read the Bolton manuscript to know what is in it. There is no word on when or if that'll happen, Brett.
All right, so Mike, we don't know a lot, but what do we know happens next in the impeachment trial?
Well, you've got 16 hours of senator questions being funneled through Chief Justice John Roberts. 8 hours tomorrow, 8 hours Thursday. They will ping pong in order. One Republican question, one Democratic question. The Chief Justice has asked the lawyers on both sides to keep their answers to 5 minutes or less. We will see if he can make that happen. But bottom line, after those 16 hours, that would set up a vote on Friday on witnesses. Again, we believe it is right on the edge there. And then potentially, if they get through the witness issue, then ultimately there could be an up or down vote on the articles of impeachment, but it is a very fluid situation. I am told conversations are ongoing between leadership and rank and file members. Brett.
Mike Emanuel live on the Hill. Mike, thanks.